It's live. Tetap
Yes.
tak ada wing. Wait, hold on, everybody. I know everybody's excited. Wait. We've got some special effects. Okay. Now, here you go. Special effects. Everybody can see us. I hope you can. Then, hello.
Hello.
I don't know. Can you hear us?
Not sure.
I don't know. Video will start soon. I'm trying to see whether the
Yes.
video started or not.
Yeah. Usually there's a slight lag between the FB
Correct.
Live and StreamYard. Yeah.
It's like 30-second lag, but never mind. Here we are. Apa khabar? How's everybody doing? Rafiq again champion. Wait, Rafiq sebelah sini.
On the
Rafiq
side.
again the champion. This side. There you go.
Yeah, I need to show like this.
This time around, like Brady Bunch, we besides helping me, now the whole idea is to help everyone else. But first of all, Rafiq and Wealth Vantage, thank you so much for doing this, because banyak orang malu nak tanya pasal finance, and when it comes up, everybody like they watch from afar. So today I'm hoping people don't watch from afar, but they actually join in and chit chat. Sebab that is important. I am trying to see whether it started on my live feed on my Facebook itself. Yeah, it says it's going to start shortly. I don't know whether we started or not. Can you all see on Wealth Vantage page whether it's up?
Yeah,
yes,
I
it
can
started.
see. Yeah, it started already.
Okay. So that means there's something up on my side lah. Macam pelik. What's wrong? JJ, apa sal? Okay, never mind. As we say, continue talking. Like really, I am trying. Okay, there. Finally, the thing started. Okay, wait. Let me see if I can share. If this is shared on my page. Hello, everybody. Thank you so much for joining us. And like we said, wait, hold on. Join us and tell us about your financial issues. Okay. Alamak. Sorry for the delay. Everybody's like, apa ni? Posting.
First time.
Biar. Everybody. And thank you so much for watching, everybody. Just to give an update of what happened, in case this is the first time you tengok ni and you don't know what's going on. The first time we did this, Rafiq joined me and decided to help me with my financial issue, where what happened was I had an apartment, it got foreclosed, then they sold it 200,000 cheaper than 200,000+ cheaper than how much I still owe the bank. And then that bank wants money from me, and then I kelang kabut, I don't know what to do. But eventually I went to AKPK to solve it. So the thing that happened is AKPK solved it, and I've now got a scheduled payment. And it's they managed to drop about 100K from how much I owe.
Wow,
so
that's good.
Bagus lah. So now I owe them still 100K. It's still a lot of money, but at least it's about 200K. You know what I mean? So gembira lah. I always look at the happier side of life. You know what I mean? Rather than how much I still owe, is like how much I don't longer owe. So 200,000 lesser is great, and yeah, that's what happened.
Yeah, technically with that 100,000, if you had the money, you can buy a new X50.
Betul. I'm looking at Kancil. Okay, please, X50 on. Tak. Kancil, then work my way up from a Kancil situation. All right. But a lot of people have been watching, and I mean, a lot of people, when I said we're going to do this, they're still damn confused, or sorry the language, about AKPK. They're like, what is AKPK? Okay, what's the difference between going to a financial advisor and AKPK?
Okay, so basically, first of all, going to AKPK is a government agency. Okay,
correct.
So AKPK was set up. AKPK was set up under Bank Negara in order to help people out there who have debt situations.
Correct.
Okay, who have debt situations, who are having problems with managing the debt. Okay, you can go to AKPK. Okay, so there are generally no charges, but what will happen? You can add on your personal experience here, is that you would go first and set an appointment to
Yes.
meet up with one of the counselors.
Oh,
So
this
you
I
go
can do.
there.
I can do. Okay. This
Uh,
I tell you
uh,
what. Okay.
uh,
First, you go. When you go there, they'll ask you to print your secrets form. So secrets form, there's a machine there. You put in your IC, put in your thumbprint, you print your secrets form. Then you go to the front desk and talk to someone there, and then they look at your thing and they're like, okay, fill up a form online where you create a file with them. Then you give it a week, they will call you back to set an appointment, because during the CMCO, you cannot just simply sit there and just chit chat with people. They'll set an appointment with an advisor, then you masuk and then you chit chat and then settle lah. That's the sequence. That's what I went through lah.
yeah. So basically, after they have the information and everything, so that's when they go to work. So they go to your creditors, everything, to negotiate with them, to basically either increase your payment tenure or
Mm-hmm.
reduce your interest,
Mm-hmm.
or waive off all your interest, late charges, late penalties, etc., so that the amount that you pay is as minimal as possible. It's something that you can afford. Technically lah.
Uh, the, in theory lah, in theory you can afford, but it's better than what you started off with. That one I
Correct.
can tell you for sure.
Yeah.
And the officers so far, whatever I went through, they were nice enough, and they explained well. Well, AKPK managed to cut your loss. That's good. Yes, Prakash is damn good. Not just good, okay? It's damn good,
Yeah.
because you see the facial difference. Watch our last video. My face, yeah, and I'm ha 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 like that laughing. Bukan
Yeah.
serious laughter. Now at least I see a bit of tunnel, like far away, tapi there is a tunnel. The cool
Yeah.
thing about KPK also, it's not just preset. It's actually they gave me a schedule of what to do, of payments, the first few years how much, and then inside there, so there's a web portal where you can go in and handle if you want to pay up early and everything there lah. The website actually gives you enough control to tiba-tiba durian runtuh with duit, they'll you settle it. So I'm like, thank God ada all that. So I'm like, yeah, so that's my story. Hopefully that helps you out with the AKPK problem. I don't know why it's not streaming on my page. Like tengah angry tapi tak apa. I'm hoping people answer. Alicia says, hello, what's up, Alicia? If you got any questions, Art. But the disadvantages, can we take up further? That's a good question. Alicia has a good question. Tu dia.
Okay, so basically, if you have entered AKPK, at the point that you enter AKPK, sorry, you can't take any new loans.
Correct.
Not just a house. Any new loans, credit cards, personal loans, car loans, everything is off the table. So because generally, if you have to go to AKPK for AKPK to help you in terms of reducing the payments that you have to make, which means technically you cannot afford to take a new loan. It's as simple as that. So you shouldn't be looking into adding on to your debt situation now that AKPK has helped you reduce your monthly commitments.
Yeah. So the idea of AKPK, this is a layman's term lah. That one, the financial term. The layman term is, if you don't have money to pay, you go to someone and say, hey, cheaper lah, and then they give you cheaper. Don't ask, hey, can I take more money? When you already asked for cheaper. So if you ask for cheaper and then you ask for more money, that one is on you for being cray. Okay, so don't do that. Be wise. If you go to AKPK, basically you already don't have money to pay. That's why you go. Yes, I did. That's the only disadvantage. I think that if you need a bigger loan and that means you already have a way of money to come in, then settle your AKPK, close it up, and then get the loan lah.
Yeah. So on that note, actually, like no one is forcing you to go to join AKPK. So actually,
Correct.
at any time you can exit. So anytime you
But
can exit from AKPK,
if you,
even
here's the
if
question.
uh,
Here's the question I got. If you exit from AKPK, all right. If I exit from AKPK, does that plan still exist or disappears? It goes back to original.
okay, so far that I've seen in the people that I've met, so they would
Mhm.
just then continue the plan that AKPK helped them with.
Right.
So far.
Right.
So
Right.
far. So I haven't seen otherwise. Means that it's just that okay, you will continue, and it would. Once you enter AKPK, what happens is that the secrets report that you mentioned just now, secrets is
Yep.
basically a piece of paper that has all your loans,
Utang.
all
Your
all your
utang.
hutang, your hutang, except for hutang along and hutang personal lah, it's not there.
Correct.
Okay,
Correct.
yeah. So basically, you can exit. You can exit, and then it would take a few months before the status in your list of hutang, which is the secrets, would be clean up. So
Right.
only after that, then you can then make new loans if you choose to. So don't. But my advice is don't purposely leave AKPK just because you want to make a loan. Leave AKPK
Ah,
if you have a clear plan in terms of how you want to manage your debt more efficiently than what AKPK can get you to do lah.
that's a good question I want to ask. After AKPK, and then suddenly you come into money. Maybe
Yep.
you get a good job where suddenly there's more finances coming in. Can we go to like a personal financial y'all wealth vantage and go,
Mm.
look, I've got an AKPK loan, but now I've got an influx of money. Can you help me close that up and take over the thing? Is that possible?
So it wouldn't be right to say that we are taking it over.
Yeah,
Okay.
but
So
yeah,
so
okay.
yeah. So we are technically we are only helping you for our
Advice.
clients to advise to provide recommendations if let's say there is a better solution than what AKPK can provide.
Right.
So
Okay, okay, okay.
because the main arsenal, the main tool in AKPK's in what AKPK can do is because they are with Bank Negara, so they can negotiate with the banks in terms of like I said earlier to reduce jumlah yang you kena bayar bulan-bulan.
Betul.
Okay, right. But AKPK doesn't take into account the totality of your finances.
Right. Okay. Okay.
So
Okay.
so a financial planner like me, so we will then see, okay, all the other parts of finances, how can we leverage on this in addition to the new income that you have coming in,
Right.
and how can this be used in order to manage your hutang punya situation better?
Right. Okay. 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 Okay.
Uh,
Okay. 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 Paham, 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 paham.
uh,
So, you're not taking over, but you will look at the accounts and go, if I have, okay, we've got a better solution for you, then you can do
yeah,
this steps to get out of AKPK. All right,
correct.
understand. Okay, cool. So there you go. If I hope that solves your AKPK problem. If anyone else still got question, please post it. We'll try our best to answer straight away. Don't be shy. If you want to come live, get in touch with us. Our admin will give you a link, and then your face can pop up, and then you can ask directly because it's more personal when you ask directly.
Yep.
But it goes back. I want to go back to something I stated earlier, and people still don't understand the concept of a financial planner. So of course we've cleared it. If you're in the B40 group, it's very hard. It's very hard to have a financial plan. The only plan that you can have is find ways to get more income, and then you look at it. What is honestly your honest opinion for a minimal income, the minimal income to actually take advantage of a financial planner?
Okay. So I actually did a recording earlier this week.
Oh, okay.
Some for a TV show that's coming up in Astro.
I
So
see.
probably Yeah, probably sometime in November or December. I'm not sure
Right.
when exactly it's gonna come up. But the host actually asked me that same question. Okay, so but he is slightly different. So he was asking me, okay, at what point, if let's say somebody who's just started working, should they then look for a financial planner? So
Right.
it's so the income part is embedded in the question. Okay. So what I explained to the host was simple. So in the scenario that you just started working, okay, in the scenario that you started working, actually, to be honest, engaging a financial planner like me, where we look into your overall financials, might be overkill. To be honest,
Okay.
because at that point of time, basically, you're a blank sheet. You're you're
Correct.
you're blank you're a blank sheet, so your finances are not complicated yet. Uh, so at most, what I would advise most people who start working, you focus on at least two main areas. One is
Right.
put money aside for your emergency funding. Okay,
Okay.
emergency funding is easily defined. You put it up to 6 months of your income. That would be ideal. If not, six
Right.
months of your expenses.
Right. Okay.
6 months of your
I
expenses.
it,
So
if
yeah,
people want to know, last time I put away close to 2 years. I managed to save close to 2 years,
yeah,
but then burn
which
lah.
is good. Yeah,
Yeah.
you did one thing good, but obviously the bigger financial mistake then ate into
Yeah.
your whole saving.
That's the problem.
Yeah. So and this emergency funding should always be put in a instrument where it's easily accessible. So either in savings account, fixed deposits, your ASB, tabung haji, all that,
Right.
and also in a account where you are not exposed to risk, means that you don't lose value of your money.
Understand. Understand.
Yeah. So don't put it in
Not like,
investment.
yes, not like stock market,
Not
okay? Because
not
stock
like stocks,
market,
unit trust.
yeah, yeah, because stock market is volatile. It depends on the market, whether it's bearish or bullish, and
Yeah.
if you don't know how to read stocks, you die. Okay,
Correct.
but on that note, I want to know, some people who are do insurance come up to you and say, "Look, I can help you save money by getting insurance."
Mm.
Uh, what's your advice on that for someone who's starting out? Is that a good way to save money? Because look, when it comes to financial advisors, anybody who wants to come to you, basically they make sure that they have money in case of anything, and the way to save money. That's basically it. It's just future, protecting your future. What's your opinions on the whole insurance thing?
Okay, so for me, I generally wouldn't advise my clients to save money in an insurance policy.
Right. No, okay.
Okay, so because yeah, you need to understand the main objective of an insurance policy is actually to protect you against any risk, any harm.
Yes, I'm going to stop him there for a while and
Yeah.
say that doesn't mean don't get insurance for your health. That part,
Yes.
yes. I just
Yeah.
want to clear with people. Get insurance for health. Saving money, orang lain. So what that's where financial advisors come in.
Yeah. So correct. So you get the insurance for your health, and if let's say you get into an accident, you are incapacitated or you pass
Mm-hmm.
away. So
Mm-hmm.
those are the main reasons why you should pay for your insurance coverage. Okay,
Correct.
so that if let's say you take insurance for medical, so you can now use the insurance if you were hospitalized, so you don't
Mm.
lose your money, the money that you
Yep.
saved. Same
Correct.
thing if let's say you take insurance for your car. The main reason why you take it is so that if let's say you get into the accident, again the repairs will be paid by the insurance company. It doesn't come out
Correct.
from your own pocket or from
Okay.
your savings. Okay,
Yes.
so the savings portion in actuality, so we always advise savings to be put aside. So don't include it as part of the insurance policy. The biggest reason is that we've done our simulations and everything. So if you actually split the insurance coverage and the investment into the parts that would have gone into that one policy, you can actually get better of both worlds if it's separated.
Correct. So
So if you put money in a proper investment vehicle, you can actually get more returns. And if you allocate to just purely coverage without the investment savings portion, you actually get more coverage.
Understand. Hey guys, remember it's not just both of us talk. If anyone got a financial issue, please come on, post it up the comments. We will answer it straight away as soon as you post your comments. Don't be shy. Kita orang this guy already said he's here to help. And if you're shy, I don't know how to help you all. So, if you want to pop up also can, just put in the comment that you want to ask the question directly, and we'll send you a link so that you can come on with us. But going back to what you said, what in layman's terms, for someone who is not in the B, what's the one slightly above B40?
M40.
Okay, M40. So in the M40 group, what is the best vehicle, like you said, for investment? Say you put allocated aside already for security, which is insurance. So, all right. Security put aside, insurance put aside. Now, what is the best vehicle to grow?
Okay, so this is where you are going to start to have options.
Right.
Okay, so but before you go into the next step into identifying where you want to invest, you need to understand what type of investor you are.
Oh, itu bagus punya soalan. Okay, go ahead. All right, what type of investor? What do you mean by that?
So basically, if you were to do any investment in Malaysia, actually, Securities Commission has already outlined that you actually have to do a risk profile assessment. So this identifies what type of investor you are. So are you the type that's very conservative? Are you somewhere in between? Or are you very aggressive? Okay, so depending on the results of that risk assessment, you then will we can then identify, okay, you should invest in this type of investments. Or so example, if you're conservative, then you shouldn't go out. You should be looking at your ASB, tabung hajis, fixed deposits.
So the thing that grows with time. It's not tiba-tiba got runtuh. It's like, so
correct.
It's just growth with time. Understand?
Yeah. So if you're more of the aggressive type, then you'll be looking at stocks. You'll be looking at even things like cryptocurrency and all that. So these are people who are more aggressive. So then people in the middle, then they can look into things like properties, unit
Don't
trusts.
say that word.
Sorry, I forgot it was that.
No. I mean, like even properties. There's so many things to look into it. All right. Don't just look at postcodes. There's so many things you got to look at the developer. Don't just because your friend cakap or it looks nice or the mock-up looks lawa, you buy it. Okay, that's my best advice I can give based on my studies, especially this. Okay, this is my advice to you lah. Rafiq might have another one, but my advice to you: don't just get it just because you're at a mall or something and you see these people and then they tell you, don't worry, we can get you the loan at 0%, blah, 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 blah. And then you're like, wow, I don't have to pay anything. I can get an apartment. Very cool. Don't do that. Okay. That's my biggest advice to you. Don't do that. Really research about the property. Jangan. It's just like stocks. If you don't buy stocks, so you got to do research. Ni pun you got to do research. Tu je lah.
Correct. So just adding on to what you said just now, JJ. So basically, one thing, so it's not just related to investment, but also related to potential scams. So if you are forced to make a decision on the spot on a particular investment, my advice is just walk away.
Correct.
Because like you, as you pointed out, you need to make sure you've done your research, you are comfortable with making the decision before you and putting up your money, and basically then it shouldn't be investment plan shouldn't be put your money and hope for the best.
Betul.
Yeah.
And one of the advice I've learned along the way is if it seems too good, it is too good to be true. Okay, if it seems too good to be true, it is too good to be true. Don't trust it.
Yes.
Okay, most of the time
Correct.
you get scammed because of that.
Yeah. So is that so? Most of the people that I've met who have kena scam already, right?
Mm-hmm.
So generally is that so? Oh yeah, we can give you 10% per annum, 10% per month. Sorry, 10% per month, which
Right.
is really high if you ask
It's
me.
ridiculously high. 10% per
Yeah,
month is like,
yeah. So I even had when I was just starting into this line, I
mhm.
had a friend who came to me and asked me whether I want to invest in this gold investment scheme.
Ah.
Okay, I wasn't a CFP at that point in time. I wasn't a financial planner at that time. I just
Right.
started. I just started out. So I think I was still a unit trust agent at that point in time. So the person came to me, okay, then explained about it and everything. So obviously he was with that company. So then he explained. Oh yeah, 10% per month, 120% a year, kind of thing. Okay, so yeah, which is a lot. So then
Yes.
I asked him, one question. So have you invested in it?
Right.
So he said no.
So he doesn't
So
trust his own product lah.
correct. So that was the first alert to me lah. Okay, you yourself don't invest in it. So second, then I just calculated the thing. I said, why don't you take a personal loan then?
Yeah.
Because a personal loan is 8 to 12% a year,
Yep.
depending on which personal loan you take. If your gold investment can give you 10% per month, within 1.5 months, you already make back
Correct.
the interest,
Yep.
and then within a year, you already make more than the capital
The
already.
capital.
So
Yeah.
yeah, so I said, what's the risk? So he paused. So I think about less than a month after that, he contacted me saying he has left the company.
Okay. So if it's too good to when you see numbers that is ridiculous, literally someone says you give me 10 ringgit and then and the end of the month I'll give you back the 10 ringgit, something is wrong here. 10 ringgit plus another 10 ringgit, something is wrong
Yeah,
because it doesn't make sense at all to make that much money at that
yeah,
point of time. Okay. When it comes to investment, when you talk, hey guys, once again, korang terlalu shy. I would love for you all to comment more or ask any questions. Yvonne, thank you so much for joining anyway. If you got any questions when it comes to financial issues or financial questions that you have, get in touch with us. We'll try our best to answer it. But I want to ask
yeah.
on a personal note, if you remember all the options you provided. So if
Last time, yep.
yeah, no, like just now when you said like if
Oh,
you come in you are you the aggressive person or
okay,
this one
okay,
to
got
grow
it.
your thing, do you all do it for us or you just advise us? Because I don't know what a financial advisor do, because it sounds like
Okay,
you go, this is a good thing for you to do, and then go ahead do it, and then you're like, oh, mana nak buat? So what does a financial advisor do, just for layman lah?
okay. So layman lah. I say the big picture first.
Yes.
As layman as I can make it be. So this is a problem sometimes when you're so used to doing a certain thing that you think that what is layman for you is layman for everybody else.
Yes, correct.
So these jargons and everything, right?
Too
Okay.
like, and it's scary, especially when you throw in jargon semua like, oh, I'm lost. But we don't want to admit we bodoh, you know. We're like, oh, betul. But you think we don't know what the hell is going on already. So, help us out.
Okay, so what does a financial advisor or financial planner do is actually very simple. So we meet a client, we
Yeah.
take all of your financial data, okay,
Okay.
all your financial data. So your income, your expenses, your commitment, your insurance, your investments, your hutang,
Everything lah.
everything lah. So you
Ah,
bogey lah. Your financial is naked lah in
It's
front
like,
of us.
yeah, look at us.
Yeah,
Like that.
yeah.
Okay.
Look at me, right? Look at me. So
Yeah.
this is my whole financial history. Okay,
Correct.
this is my whole financial history. Yeah. So once we have all the data, what we do is we then analyze it. We do our calculations. We look at how your current financial health is. Okay,
Okay.
you punya kewangan ni sihat atau tak?
Okay. Ataupun
Ah,
like nyawa-nyawa ikan like that. Like, oh, gonna
nyawa-nyawa ikan.
die.
Yeah,
Okay. Okay.
yeah. So we do that. So then we then identify what are the things that you can do in order to improve your financial health.
All right. Okay.
Okay, so this is the advice part.
Okay. So
Okay,
the advice
okay,
part. Okay.
so once we get there, it's then back to you. So once it goes back to you as a client, so now
Mm-hmm.
first of all, do you agree or not with our recommendations?
Oh, okay. So it's not like AKPK. I give you everything and then I have to follow already lah.
You have to
So,
follow, correct?
yeah,
Yeah, no,
correct. So
this
I
this,
got
this
options.
correct. So
Okay.
because we might give you a solution that we think is the best
Right.
based on your scenario. Okay,
Correct.
but then because of, let's say, personal preferences, you say no, I don't want to do this. So I give you an example lah. I give you an example. So let's say
Right.
you've done investment with a close friend.
Okay.
Okay,
Investment with a close friend.
and yeah, which is normal lah. So usually,
Yeah.
you know lah, unit trust agents, stock reminders, who if your friend happens to be one, then
We'll get in touch with you.
they will get in touch with you, especially if they know you have a lot of money. They say, hey JJ,
Yeah.
hey, I'm doing this right now, support lah bro. Right?
Biasa.
Yes, right. So then let's say you're being a good friend, you supported them. So let's
Yep.
say five years later, you say, why my investment not performing as what you said it was going to do when you first
Okay.
started? Okay, so now, okay, obviously you're not happy. So then you come to see somebody like me, we review and everything. And one of the advice I would give you is actually, okay, you need to
Don't
take
trust
it
your
up.
friend.
Yeah,
Yeah. Okay.
because
Understand.
you already lost the opportunity cost lah in terms of your
Right.
investment. So take out, either you put back in savings and then basically cut loss, or we reinvest in a more structured manner to help you recoup back whatever amount that you have missed out. Okay,
Right.
so once you take that option, then you said, but this is a very good friend of mine. My best man, my best man when I got married. How to tell
Understand.
him I'm gonna take the money out from him?
Out.
So then
Yeah.
you said, it's okay lah. Do you have any other options in order for me to improve my need? So then we give you option B lah.
Okay. So option A is most amount of money. Option B is you still got friends. Okay, bagus.
Correct. So option B, maybe you're still good friends with your friend. It's just that we will then give inputs to you to tell to your friend in order for your friend to help you make money.
Understand. Okay.
So, technically now like your friends like, how like they will say, how did you know how to tell me to do this?
Okay. Because I've got other friends as well. You're not my only
Yeah.
friend.
Yeah. So that would be an example where, say, you make a decision like, okay, you don't want to follow 100% what we say, which is fine. There's nothing wrong with that because it's your financial. My job is actually to give you the GPS in order for you to get to your destination.
All right, but here's the thing. Some people are lazy. If I look at your direction and I like it the best, I'm like, oh, this is very good. But I don't. After that, can I just like, hey guys, do it, and then I blah, and then you do it for me?
Can?
Oh, okay. Because some people don't want to do it themselves. They rather other
Correct.
people make money for them.
No, there's nothing wrong with that.
All right.
There's nothing wrong with that. So, but we usually give an option to our clients. You can either do it yourself after we give our recommendations. You can find your friends, your families, whatever to do it for you, or you can continue with us.
All right. Okay.
So it's very flexible.
Now, if I'm the one asking all the questions, y'all want to ask, come online, ask. Don't be shy. Y'all are terlalu
Yeah.
shy. I don't know, understand why. So, but
Does
anyway,
does it show on your page?
yeah, it does on my personal page. It's also showing on my other page, but I don't know why lah. I think people, I don't know why. Well, but let's hope people join us. But anyway, I want to ask on what do you call this? See, I lost my train of thought. When it comes to financial planning, can someone come up to you? I give you the same scenario you just pointed out. You say friend gave you advice. This one can make money. Blah 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 blah. I don't want to be kurang ajar to the friend and say I don't trust you. And can they come to you all and go, hey, look, this is the plan. Does this look logical or not? Can you all help to verify it or not?
Yeah, we can.
You can, right?
Yeah.
Because sometimes when someone comes to me and says this is a very good deal, for a layman, I look at it, it does look a very good deal, but I actually don't know. So if I can come to someone and, hey, is this a good deal? What do you think? Is it advice? Should I invest in it?
Yeah.
That's the question.
Yeah. So to to be honest, actually one of the first ever case that I took on was because this person came to me saying
Yep.
that, hey, someone informed me about this particular investment.
Okay.
Okay, it looks great. It looks great. So should I proceed with it? So after I review and everything, I said, and the exact word I said, okay, I wouldn't put my money there.
Okay.
Yeah,
I
I
mean,
wouldn't
like,
put the money there. So then the person said, okay, I'm not going to put my money there also.
fair enough. No, because my advice to y'all, if you're watching this, if you want to buy a second-hand car or any car or investment, would you go to, like, if I'm talking about cars here, would you go to a mechanic and let him look under the hood and go, hey, this is a good buy, go buy it? Or will you just go to anybody like, hey, what do you think? Car nice, let's buy just for no reason, with no checks and balance to make sure your investment is good. It's very important that way lah. People are shy to ask questions. I do not know why.
Okay, I actually have a question on my watch party. So I
Okay,
think I'll
go
just read
go.
it. I'll
Yes,
just read
please
it
read
out.
it. Yeah.
Okay, so from Eugene Tan. So is it expensive to get advice from a financial advisor?
That was where I was going to lead to as well. Slowly,
Yeah,
softening blow. Yeah, is it
yeah,
expensive?
that's a normal question lah. That's a normal question that actually technically we get on a daily basis when people approach us. Okay,
Yes.
so I would not. Okay, so to me the cost or need is relative.
Okay.
Okay, so some people can say that means it's expensive lah. Okay, so like I can't talk about other financial planners, about other firms. I can only talk
Right.
about Wealth Vantage. So in Wealth Vantage, we have a few different plans for our clients. But
Okay.
the most expensive one, what we call full financial planning. So it's a holistic view of your finances. It starts from 3,000 per year.
Okay. Per year.
3,000 per year, or you can break it down as 250 per month.
Okay.
Okay. So if you then look at it from a different lens, 250 per month is similar to the cost that you pay to a gym.
Yes, correct.
Yeah. So you pay to the gym 250 a month to keep yourself physically healthy. You pay 250 ringgit a month to the financial planner to keep you financially healthy.
Understand.
Okay. Okay.
Yep.
But the word that I would like to associate better with the fee is actually value.
All right. I was just about to go there because my question was, what's the ROI to 250?
Yeah. So it actually really depends on your financial situation, because whenever we take on a client, your
Right.
situation from one person to another person is going to be different.
Yes.
Okay. I've had clients within the first year, I show ROI of about 100 to 200,000.
Okay.
ROI doesn't mean returns only. Yeah.
Yeah,
ROI
yeah,
means
yeah.
in terms of debt savings, in terms of reduction in insurance premiums, but
Correct.
increase in coverage, all of that combined. So, and if you think about it, paying 3,000 to get a benefit of 100,000 is quite good. Okay.
Quite. It's very good. Hello.
Yeah.
Sorry. You too lalu modest. Very good. Okay, continue.
Uh, so, but generally, like when I personally take a client, when I
Yeah.
look at the information, I would at least at the minimum try to make sure that the client will get at least 3 to 5 times in terms of value compared to what the person is paying me. If not, why do you need to pay? So if let's say
Correct.
I can keep value of 3,000, you pay me 3,000, better you don't pay me lah,
Okay, okay, okay. But go,
right?
go, go. Faham, faham, faham.
I don't want to take your money that way.
Understand.
There's other ways I can take money because technically, if you ask me, the work that I put in or the work that we have to put in order to prepare a plan to then cater to all your questions and everything is technically should be more than the 3,000, but we want to make sure that more and more people can get access to a licensed financial planner.
Correct. That's good. Hey, I've got a question. You mentioned something interesting there, and I want to touch a bit on it. You said maximizing your insurance coverage, right? If I've already got an existing insurance coverage, which I don't know is not working for me, how can you all help me with that?
Okay, so first we will ask you, hey JJ, give me your insurance policy. Give me your insurance policy first. Let me have a
Okay.
look.
Yeah.
Yeah, because sorry, yes, I can listen to whatever that you say, but we always work based on facts.
Correct. Because the
Yeah,
policy kadang like that thing you like sign
yeah,
je.
correct. And you know lah, so similar to the investment just now lah. Most of the time, you take insurance policies from your friends, from
From
your
your
jiran,
friends.
from your relatives, and all that. So
Correct.
at that point of time, they would tell you, okay, this is what you're paying for, blah 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 blah. If I were to ask you now, do you know exactly what is your insurance coverage right now?
I
Right.
kind of, but no, not in detail.
Yeah. So most of the time, when I ask that question to clients, they say same. I'm not sure. Where can I find the information? But
Correct.
now, but now it's actually easier. So
Right.
most of the time, when you had the hard copy, as you mentioned, that hard copy thick document, a lot of legal jargons in it, terms, blah blah blah.
Correct.
You actually do not
Correct.
know. Even if you ask me, I don't like going through that policy. Okay, because different companies structure it differently. Yeah, Bank
Okay.
Negara has a guideline. Bank Negara has a
Yeah.
guideline of the information that needs to be in, but it doesn't say it has to be A first, then B, then C. As long as the
Ah,
information is in there
in
as
there.
per the guideline, it's fine. So for a company A, the information that you want to find is probably at the front. For company B, it might be in the middle.
Right.
Right. So it's not as straightforward. But usually I'll ask. But now, because of technology,
Mm-hmm.
you can actually get all those details on the insurance
App.
company portals.
Okay, 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 okay.
So they've already uploaded all of your insurance policies information, at least the summary of it, into the insurance portal. Not the whole policy lah. So at least the pertinent, the important information is there.
Yep.
So now I just help my client if let's say they do not know. Okay, so what company is this? Okay, let's go to the company website. Key in your IC number, blah blah blah. Open the online account. Then get the TAC whatever. If you still use the same phone number, sometimes people change numbers, right? Right. So then they will be able to see all the information there. So
Right.
once
Okay.
coming back to your question, so once I see all that information, then I would cross reference it against your situation. What is it that you need in terms
Right.
of coverage?
Right.
Okay,
Okay.
so how much debt? I know it's a taboo word for you also lah.
No,
How
it's
much
okay. It's okay.
hutang? Okay, how much hutang you still have to pay now?
Right.
So if let's say something were to happen to you, then who's gonna pay the hutang for you?
Correct. Okay. Okay. Yeah. Okay. That's what I do. So when
Uh,
when it comes to insurance, it's basically I don't want my utang to burden my
family,
family. Yeah.
correct.
So
So
that's why I prefer.
that's why you have things like MRTA. Yeah, so MRTA is the insurance that is tagged to your housing loan. Oh, sorry, I shouldn't mention housing.
Ah, Papa, it's okay. I'm over it already. I've like solved that problem. Not solved lah, but
You've reduced it.
yep. I've reduced it. Oh, that's a good question. What's our investment basket slash port? Wow, this one someone is in business already. Portfolio
Wow.
do you generally advise for say self sufficient 55 or retired? For example, 3% stock, 30%. Oh, you're talking about your portfolio when it comes to diversity of your investments. Wow, this
Mm.
one big question, bro.
Yes, no problem.
Okay,
Okay,
go.
okay. So basically, it's actually good that Cassandra, you are already talking about from a portfolio point of view. So you understand the importance of diversification. That's good.
Yes.
That's point number one. Okay, but then coming back to your point, okay, self-sufficient, retired, 55-year-old. Okay, so is also dependent on technically what amount that you're talking about and how much is it that you need to raise on annual basis in order to make, as you say, self-sufficient. Okay, because at
Okay.
this point you don't have any more what we call
Income.
active income. Okay,
Correct.
unless you're still doing Grab, blah blah blah, then that's different lah. Okay, if let's say you're not working anymore and what you have is just your retirement nest egg, so that's it.
Right. Right.
That's it. Okay, so if let's say you have let's say 1 million, easy calculation lah.
Yeah, that's
Okay,
right.
actually
Okay.
to be honest, for I think for M40 moving forward, right, 1 million is not sufficient anymore. Yeah,
Okay, okay, okay.
maybe in some future sessions I can actually hopefully show the illustration lah, like how much you would need in order to ni. You can just put it as note lah for next time.
Okay.
Okay. So if let's say you have 1 million, so 1 million and your goal is okay, I need to be able to spend 5,000 a month.
Okay. Understand.
5,000 a month. So means a year is 60,000 ringgit. So from 1 million to get 60,000, if you want and we're going to assume that your capital will be intact.
Yeah.
Okay, means capital means intact means you use
Don't
money, you
touch.
still have 1 million.
Correct.
It,
Correct.
it,
Correct.
it doesn't eat into your capital. Okay,
Basically,
so
you are trying to get 60,000 of interest from your 1 million.
correct. Okay, so then that would be you need 6% lah.
Mhm.
So you need 6%. So in terms of let's say if you need 6%, then you'll be looking at a portfolio that is that you can still go with a portfolio that is generally safe. So you can, like, I think just now she was in a question said, oh, about 30% equity. You don't have to go about 30% equity. You can go much less because a
What
fixed
is
income
equity?
equity is saham lah.
Okay, okay,
Si
okay. Orang,
jargon.
that's why I stop you there just in case orang tak tahu equity. Okay, saham.
So
Faham?
uh,
Okay.
so so equity is saham. Uh, Fixed income is a type of portfolio that gives you returns without exposing you to higher risk. So this is a combination of there's still some form of stocks equity in it, but mainly it will be in bonds, money
Mm-hmm.
market,
Mm-hmm.
sukuk. So it would be generally lower risk compared to investment in stock. So generally,
Correct.
when you hear like, okay, you invest in bonds as long as it's the not the high yield bonds lah, it's the normal bonds like your Malaysian government securities and all that. So that's
Yeah.
also what the likes of EPF and everything is doing. So this is generally safe in general. So which can give you hopefully the target between 5 to 6% per annum. So that should be a big portion of your portfolio at this point in time.
Right.
I'm not saying that you cannot have equity, but I
Yeah.
think at this point, the most of your portfolio should not exceed 20%.
Understand.
Uh,
I understand because
should not exceed 20%. But even the
that's your risk
20%
factor lah.
also, even for the 20% also, you should be looking for dividend yielding stocks.
Y'all know what that means or not? If you don't know, go and meet this fellow personally and he'll explain in more detail. No, but I do understand what you're talking about there. That is very detailed when it comes to stocks and so on and so forth.
Yeah.
So yeah, okay, that's something which a lot of people worry. Okay, like for me, my worries now. My worries now is, would I have enough money for my kids' education, further education, and will I have how much would I need to survive to retire at 55? So, if I come to you or a financial planner with those kind of targets, can you all map out a course for me to take?
Yes. Simple answer is yes.
Okay, good. Because most of the time, people, if you ask anybody, they've got that plan. They've got they got a plan. They've got their goal. They've got the how much they want and what they want. That one they got ready. But how to get there? Most people walking around like that. I think this is the right way. Let's go. You know what I mean? Membuta all the way there.
Betul?
So if you guys can give us guidance on that one, that's great, because that's a very important thing.
It's actually not as difficult as you think it is. It's just that when people generally talk about investment, actually you mention goals, okay?
Yep.
So, but generally when people talk about investments, they mention ROI without looking at the goal.
Yeah, okay. I'm goal driven kind of person. It's easier if you have a point of reference. It's easier to know your how well you're doing or not. How does financial planners help with taxation? Oh, good question. Which I wanted to go to. Can you help me bring down my taxes?
Okay, so this is actually a very tricky part for me to answer, because okay, as a financial planner, we do learn about managing our clients' taxes. Okay, so
I'm not asking you to cheat. I'm not asking
no. It's not that. I'm not saying that. But the thing is, tax is also something that Malaysia is that you need a licensed agent to deal with, especially if you're dealing with SGDN. So what we can do is we can help you to plan. So means that on an individual, so say, okay, these are the things that you should look into in order to reduce your tax payable.
Right. Okay.
So it's to that extent. But if let's say you have issue, okay, I sudah kena penalty by LHDN. Can you help me with that? Officially, we can't. We can have a look at it, but then you have to go deal with LHDN yourself lah. Or generally, because we've done this quite often, so we usually have tax agents that we work with. So we would just flow you to the person, because these people are experts with dealing with LHDN. We probably have some of the knowledge that they have, but they also know how LHDN works to a certain extent.
Understand.
Yeah, because I also I think 2012 I kena penalty. This was interesting lah, because usually because I was still working at that point of time, usually after I get my EA form, automatically I terus go to LHDN hasil easy hasil and keyed in, file my taxes, and generally if you don't have any extra income, you will get a refund. So I look forward to getting the refund. Okay. Even if it's only a few hundred ringgit, it's still money back, right? It's not easy to get money from the government.
Correct. When you get a bill, like, yay!
Yeah. Okay. So what happened in 2012, I got my EA. So as I was keying in, I key in everything. Then I found out that there was some information that was not correct. So that I went back, then I saved the file. I didn't submit. So I went back to HR asking them to review and reissue.
Yeah.
Reissue the EA.
Yeah.
So I'm not sure what happened. In the end, I did get the reissued EA, and I thought I did submit it. But 3 years later, I got this love letter surat cinta daripada
Oh.
LSDN saying that Encik Rafiq Hidayat bin Muhammad Ramli, anda kena bayar this. I was like, what? It wasn't a small sum. It wasn't a small sum of money lah. Let's put it that way.
And then
Okay,
you're
it
like,
wasn't.
oh,
Okay, so because they said I didn't submit my tax file.
right.
Okay, so at that point I stopped working already. So I went to my tax agent. I said, okay, this is the scenario. So good thing is because I work. So it was
Yeah.
just the issue. It wasn't that I didn't pay. It was just that this is also LDN. Because you didn't submit, they just assume you didn't pay, even though all the money is in their ledger already.
Account. Yeah. Yeah. Okay. Okay.
It's,
Okay.
it's
Okay.
in their
Okay.
account. Just you didn't
Yeah.
submit, so they couldn't close the account. So
Right.
and they assume ini, and I kena 20% penalty on that
Ooh,
of the
okay.
amount of money. So of the amount of money that was already in LHDN's account.
Okay. But you managed to solve it or what?
Yeah. So then when work with the agent. So basically, agent said, okay, first thing first, you go and submit your 2012 tax filing. So submit, kena lagi penalty RM200 late
Sebab
submission.
lambat. Yeah. Okay.
Sebab lambat.
Yep.
Okay. So once I submitted, so then they say, okay, because you already paid once you submitted, so then the money that was in LHDN account now can be considered payment already. So they took that out, but I still had to pay the 20% penalty.
Oh.
Because they said already the letter was already issued by Ketua Pengarah. So, okay. But they allow me to pay installment. So I paid installment. The main reason why my agent said that is so that you don't finish paying installment when we submit your appeal.
Right. Okay. Understand. Ooh, this is a big question. Are you ready?
Yeah.
What if we already calculated that we will retire with 10K monthly for age between 60 to 80, having taken into account inflation 2.4 million. So what do you suggest? Should I put the 2.4 million in bond, would gives 4.5 per annum, or ASB or tabung haji or money market? Which one is the best? If investment in unit trust as gold elite member will be covered with free takaful unit. Wow, okay.
Okay. So
That's
can I
interesting.
just let the 2.4 million interest? Okay, so the question is so long that I don't see our faces anymore.
Big question. Okay.
Okay, so basically, I think this is somebody who has done some of the calculation and everything. So first thing first, okay, one of the main reasons why the person is saying, I know which company is providing the free takaful coverage. I'm not going to mention the company's name, but the thing is, okay, what I would generally advise my clients in terms of coverage, and I'm pretty sure the coverage that the company provides is what we call life, is for your life. If you're if let's say you were to pass, if you were to die only, or I think TPD is to cover lah. Okay.
Yeah.
So in general, like I would only advise my clients to take that policy past retirement age if they still have debts that they haven't fully paid off yet.
Okay.
Okay, because unless they have a lot of resources that they can utilize lah. If not, they can. I would generally advise. So even for me, I don't plan to have a insurance policy post retirement.
Okay.
I don't plan to have to.
Okay.
Why?
Why?
Because the main reason why you would have a life policy, like I said, one is to cancel your debts if something were to happen to you.
Right.
Okay. Second it's called income replacement. So it's to replace the income that you would have lost. to cover your beneficiaries, your dependents.
Understand. Yeah.
Okay. So if let's say I'm already past retirement age, and first I don't have dependents anymore. So let's say all my dependents have already worked and everything. So they are not dependent on my income. Second
Correct.
is I don't have an income anymore.
Correct.
I don't have a fixed income because all my income is derived from my investments.
Right. Right.
So I actually have that money with me already.
Okay.
So which is as good as an insurance policy at that point of time.
correct. But
Because I'm dead already.
what if I'm talking about insurance when it comes to like medical cards and stuff like that? Would you recommend that instead of
So
life policy?
okay, so a medical card, yes, a medical card you should try to hold on to it until you pass away lah.
Yeah, betul.
Yeah,
Because
until you pass. That
that will cost
technically,
emergency funds.
yeah, that would be the only policy that I generally would advise my clients to hold post retirement age.
Fair enough. I understand that one.
Yeah. So coming back to the question that was asked by the viewer just now, it's
Yep.
more towards because that particular policy uh, is more related to life and TBD. So unless you still have a lot of debt that you plan that you still need to manage,
Uh-huh.
then just leaving it in there for that purpose would be counterproductive. But saying that, you can still leave the money in the unit trust company, provided that you have revised your risk profile. Means that similar to the question that was asked about retirement at age 55 just now. So putting it in fixed income bonds type investments. Yeah. So
Okay.
then that would be doable. Okay.
All right.
It doesn't necessarily have to be in just ASB or Tabung Haji. Just making sure that the risk of the person is taken care of.
Correct.
Is
So
is taken.
the biggest goal for life and all that is so that you don't leave utang to the people that you're leaving behind. That's
Mm.
basically what life policies is for. You don't leave utang, and maybe you leave something extra for them. That's my understanding of it, lah.
Okay. Okay, I actually have one more question from my watch
Shoot.
party. It's actually
Okay.
also by Eugene, but Eugene has left the. I'm still going to answer it
Go ahead.
because he has been good enough to ask several questions. So his question is: I'm planning to go into share market, but since I'm a newbie, what advice would you give? Long-term investment or short-term risky investment? Not really planning to get quick bucks, but want to see a healthy growth of my finances. So he wants to go into the stock market. He's a newbie. Okay, very, very, very easy. So I'm going to assume that your finances are in order and everything. So if your finances are in order, then please don't follow this advice. So investing in stock market, there's basically technically three main modes lah. So first is trading.
Yep.
So trading in Malaysia, you have to do it yourself.
Correct.
Okay. You have to open a CDS account. You have to learn how to do it, to trade, things like that.
But
Go
you
in,
can
go
do
out.
it on the phone also.
You can do
There's
it
a
on the
lot of
phone, things like that.
companies. Yeah.
Yeah, you can do it on the phone, things like that. You can do the US market, you can do the Malaysia market, depending on it.
Correct.
But the risk you tanggung sendiri lah. Risk you tanggung sendiri. You masuk tanggung sendiri, you keluar pun tanggung sendiri. I had clients who lost a lot of money because trading in stocks.
Okay.
Okay, it's trade on their own.
Right.
Okay. Okay. Second is what you call share investors. So basically, people who are buying stocks for longer term.
Yeah.
Okay, so they don't go in the morning, come out in the evening or within a week or so. They take a longer time, so they look into the fundamentals of the company that they want to invest. So example,
Right.
like a lot of people are saying, okay, example like this year, buy into Top Glove and everything. Okay, but I had clients for that have been investing in Top Glove from last year, even before COVID-19 came in
Right.
because they
It's
agree with the fundamentals of the company. They see the future direction and everything.
right.
And they bought it when the share prices was like 1 ringgit something.
Wow.
Yes.
Wow. Okay.
Okay. So they invest. So they then they can make a lot of money also. It's just it's not short term. It's
Yeah.
longer term. Or there are people who invest just for the dividends.
Yeah.
So they
That's
go for the one I mentioned earlier. So they
correct.
just for the dividends. So they go for the blue chip stocks. So the high end stocks like your Tenaga, Telecom, and all that. So these are the companies that give dividends on a regular basis. So when you get the dividend, that's what you spend.
Yes. Correct.
That
Correct. But
that
you keep the stocks just for the dividends.
correct.
Yeah. Okay.
You just
All
keep the
right.
stocks for the dividends. So, but the advice for somebody ni, so if let's say ni, you're a newbie, I would suggest looking not to trade unless you're really really comfortable and you know what you're doing. I would go into investing longer term, and
Yep.
if failing which, if let's say you still want to invest, go find a professional
Yes.
to manage it
Broker.
from you. There are brokers, there are fund managers that can actually manage stock
Yep.
portfolios for you. That's also one of the things that we do at WVA for our clients.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. But there is a minimum amount lah in order for
Yeah,
you to
correct, correct,
invest.
correct. Yes, yes,
Because
yes.
if
If
you
you want
give
to do
us
it,
like
you
it's not like you can give us 10 ringgit, then we can easily double and triple your money lah.
boleh,
It
boleh,
doesn't
boleh,
work
boleh.
that way.
Yeah,
It doesn't
correct.
work that way.
Correct. And it's tricky. Oh, I'm looking at time. We've passed 1 hour. I've just got one more question
Hmm.
before we close up. My question is, when you call it about come to financial planners and stuff like that, is it a personal thing, or can someone who say he's got a company and his company maybe jual sambal, then
Hmm.
tiba-tiba his jual sambal naik, and then he banyak duit kat dalam the sambal company,
Hmm.
do you advise him to take it into his own account and then go to a financial planner, or can a company come to you, a financial planner, and say how can you grow the wealth for the company?
Yeah, we can help the person. There's nothing wrong with that.
So companies can come in and grow wealth
The
for
companies
company.
can come in. It's only like at this point, with our license, there's a limitation. At least in WVA and my license, we
Right.
can't advise public listed companies.
Ah, okay, okay,
That
okay, 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 okay,
we
okay,
need to
okay.
take an additional license for that. But SMEs are
PLCs
fair game.
cannot lah.
Uh,
Ah,
M- SMEs are fair game.
dude, yeah.
Enterprises
So
are fair.
there you go. So SMEs and enterprise, if you want to try and grow your wealth within your company rather than just your products that you have, and if your products is already doing well and you're thinking how else can I grow my wealth, check out a financial planner, because they might find a way to grow your wealth rather than just your products. At least you
Yeah.
might have a safety blanket after that, if something happens. You
Yep.
know what I mean? So that's my advice to you. But dude, thank you so much for another awesome week of bercakap-cakap. But one thing I have to say, korang malu, segan. Don't segan. Next time ask. People give you free advice. Tanya, then I bet you a lot of people after this you're going to get private message. Hey bro, if like this, then I don't know what to say. No private messages. If you're watching it through my one, no private messages. I already said you want to ask question, ask here. If you want us to
Yeah.
do this again, tell us about this. We'll do it again. Tapi next time come ask question here. Jangan malu-malu, segan.
It's okay
But
lah. I think with the questions that we got, we still exceeded 1 hour lah, bro.
yeah, that's right. No, a lot. Dude. The funny part is I learned a lot myself here. So I'm like, okay, next round, what else? I'm going to write down a few questions because I'm going to learn. If y'all don't want to learn, too bad.
Ask
Free
ahead.
knowledge, terima.
Um,
But dude, thank you so much for doing this. And hopefully we'll do it again.
Yeah. Okay. Before we leave, I just want to share a campaign that WVA is running right now.
Yes, go ahead.
Yeah. So basically, due to COVID, to the CMCO, so Advantage Advisory is sharing this what we call WVA Cares for You campaign, in which we are providing free one-on-one consultation with licensed financial planners. It's free, yeah. it's a free consultation. So what you need to do is just go to our website or FB page, and as you can see, it's at advantage.my. I'm there. Go there, register your interest, then somebody will get in touch with you. So the campaign runs until, I believe, until the 9th of November.
All right. I've got a question for you.
Yeah, unless the government tambah lagi extend some more lah.
That one is all. That one depends on how naughty people are when it comes to listening to CMCO and guidelines. Okay, question for this one, like konon, like someone shy from the side. What's the catch? Why is it free?
No, it's because what's the catch? Why is it free? It's just our how we're going to give back to the community.
Best answer in the world.
How we want to give back community, so we can give our time and our knowledge.
Perfect, because who knows? Because of that, in the future you get money, then you visit them again. It's called win-win-win situation. Everybody wins. But dude, thank you again. Don't forget, please check out Wealth Advantage. Go through their thing and get free financial consultations, because you trust me. If you think you know, you only know 50%. They will know more, okay? And they can help you more. It's always better, like, rather than going to YouTube and finding out how to fix your car and then your car explode, go to a mechanic and fix your car. So these people are your mechanics when it comes to your financial. Go to them, find out more, get the best advice, and grow your wealth. And that's a very important thing. But once again, Rafiq, thank you so much for chatting with us, man.
Okay, thanks, JJ.
Time to go. Bye.
Bye.
Oh, wait.